Shortly after you've left the Rookwald Shrine, you noticed a very significant uptick in the undead starting to flood into Rookwald, and they've fallen in quite heavily behind you on this road towards Dunegard Keep. And they're quite a few of them, quite expansive. You don't know how deep they go back, but for at least as far as you can see, there's undead. And they're starting to crowd you into this narrow, rocky path from behind, so you're going to have to keep pushing forward. Everything looks calm and quiet otherwise. You can just hear the desert wind blowing, the occasional cough from Semper, snoring from Loxin, which stops every time Nyana hits a bump, maybe on purpose, maybe not. It wakes him up, he grumbles, then goes back to snoring. The pattern repeats itself. So what have you guys been talking about on the way from Rookwald to here, to Doomguard, before we actually decide what you're going to do about these undead?
I think
I had suggested...
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I had suggested that we discuss a potential way out or plan of escape in case things don't go over well with certain knowledge we might share.
So you will actually have time to discuss this. You're not being pushed. I mean, you're on horse and they're just shambling behind you. So they're not exactly chasing you, running you down. Just you could move at a normal pace and still outrun them. Just to clarify that these guys aren't, about to run up and jump on you. I mean, if you
not 21 days later or 28 days.
Correct. Yeah. So no 28 days, months later. They're behind you. They're herding you forward, but unless you stop, get down, take a nap, there's, on horseback, they're not going to catch you. So you can have this conversation while being, quote unquote, pursued. So feel free to take that into your account, to your conversation here.
What would actually drive us to want to run from Doomguard? Like, how bad does it have to get?
Well, considering it, we've probably broken a few of Doomguard's laws. I don't think we should necessarily run if we encounter some sort of punishment. But we should run if it costs us our head. Or any other severe form of mutilation.
I don't know.
We're not really sure what that Enswaro fellow back in Belmouth may have told them already. He said he would be honest with them, but who knows in what light he may portray what we shared with him.
I don't think he traveled ahead of us. Did he?
Yeah. Yeah, he said he was heading. I have to check my notes. Out of character, but thought he was heading there. He said it was his duty to report it. But let me double.
You can keep going while he's checking.
Either way, I think it depends upon how we are received.
Jothier kind of peeks back over his shoulder and looks back at the shambling forms he sees behind him and just says, I really wouldn't know how to get out of a fortified base with soldiers, but we may have a diversion creating itself for us.
That is true. And we could also always leave the cart behind, because we travel faster without the cart.
Loxon grumbles in his sleep, probably instinctively. And then goes right back to snoring. You guys ready to move on, or?
Yeah, so Answaru was there, right, from the Red Knight organization, just as a refresher.
Organization?
And then,
what was their corporate structure? Do you remember?
Yeah, I think it was like one of those tier scams, where you gotta like
the pyramid scheme.
Sell more than you got to sell more. Yeah, pyramid schemes. I think it was a pyramid scheme. You got to sell more than the other guy so that the people on top make all the money.
Right.
Get all the credit.
Go ahead, Answaru.
He opposes Lord Gannison. He told, as far as like kind of how that goes, he's part of that organization. He suggested we come to Ruckwall to do the deed up here, and be honest with Doongard.
Jothir would ride up between Iso and Nyana.
I suggest we keep going before these undead catch up to us.
Before we go, I wanted to give you both something. And then Jothir would reach into his pouch and pull out some coins, handing some to Iso and some to Nyana, and tell them, Semper doesn't seem like he needed these anymore, and since we're taking care of him and we're covering the expenses, I just thought that we should manage the money for him. That way people couldn't steal it out of the cart if we ever have to leave the cart to travel on foot like we did at that shrine.
It's very
so he hands them 22 silver each.
Cannibalizing poor Semper.
Makes sense to me. Thank you, Jothir.
As Jothir hands the silver to Nyana, there's also a scroll in his hand. And he kind of leans a little closer to Nyana and whispers, because he's not sure what Iso knows, and says, I found this in the hanging from a pouch at one of the people at the shrine. They were a little more distracted, chasing after Iso. Looks like something that might be helpful. I don't know how to use it.
You don't have to hide it in front of Iso. He knows.
Hide what?
Oh, in that case, this scroll I recovered, it just says about warning the reader of any potential dangers and traps. I don't have the capacity to use it, but if we're riding into something that could be dangerous, it might be something you want to use.
Is this a sacred or an unclean
Are you
scroll?
talking about Hermetic Step?
Yes, that is what it says on it. I wasn't
Oh,
Hadn't
I'm
encountered that
familiar.
word
Oh,
before. I wasn't quite sure how to say it.
that's okay. I'm familiar with that one.
I
Actually,
appreciate the
have
gesture.
an extra copy would be great.
I appreciate the gesture, but unfortunately I can't really learn this spell.
Jothia, I notice you seem to have an interest in magic. I mean, I could show you how to use such a scroll. Something like this, at least.
Is it?
Now, wouldn't he be more interested in learning how to use unclean magic?
Well, I mean, I guess that would be up to him.
I know next to nothing in magic. I wouldn't even know what the differences are.
Okay, so let's pretend it's more like flavors, right? So we have to figure out what your preferences are.
What keeps me safe?
Either can. It's just how you prefer to keep yourself safe. That's the matter.
Are you willing to keep yourself safe at any means? Or do you have a line that you would draw?
I question that these days. I used to think that there was a line, there was certain things you didn't cross, but the more I get out into this world, the more I see people use you for their ends and then turn their back on you when you're an inconvenience.
I can agree with that, but I'll use
But
myself for example. I still have a line. These other people that treat me like shit, it doesn't mean I'll do anything I can to get back at them.
as you might have realized, the use of magic is also not welcomed everywhere. Doomguard is probably the most dangerous place for me to go to right now.
But wouldn't that mean it's dangerous for both of you?
Some magic is, my understanding, is more accepted than others. Most people prefer vanilla, I guess, to chocolate.
Is that your new diet?
I wish I had either right now.
Well, it seems that wherever I go, there is always a certain level of danger. And from what you've said about this scroll, and from the little bit I could read of the description, I couldn't read any of that magical incantations scribble. Perhaps the type of magic that this scroll is, just to warn me of any danger, that might be the way to go, unless the other practitioner has equal abilities.
I can speak to some of the things I have on me. When we were in Bone Drift, I purchased some. So let's see. I have a sacred scroll of false dawn. It lets me light or create pitch black, you know, for a while, up to 30 minutes maybe. It's handy, maybe for getaways or for blinding or for seeing. Bestial speech is another thing I have here. It says I can speak with animals for quite a while. I don't know what kind of information I would get out of one. I haven't tried it, but something to do. Some information gathering, I suppose. You've heard of a hermetic step. Hermetic step. Unmet fate. You've seen me use that one earlier. Oh, no, sorry, that was Whispers past the gate. You saw me use that one earlier with the body, the watchman. Unmet fate is, well, let's hope I don't have to ever use this, but let's say one of you should expire. If you're not dead for more than a week, I think I can bring you back from the dead. Or the almost dead, we'll say. Your soul kind of still hovers around your corpse for a while. I can put it back together.
I can sort of do a similar thing. But it lasts temporarily, and you're not really alive, so to say. You've seen it.
I can also call upon the blessings of the saints, and they will fortify your spirit and your constitution to your enemies, help you deflect weaponry a little.
And I can use telekinesis, which you've seen me do on the corpse when we lifted it out of the grave. And I can also use a spell that makes me cast fireballs, which is very effective against, well, anything that catches fire.
Given my experiences in life, I think what caught my attention most is he looks at ISO. I could create my own darkness, my own cover of night.
Yeah. With this one here. Both light or dark you could create. False Dawn or Knight's Chariot.
Well, we're in a world of eternal night now, it seems. That certainly would have been very helpful a little over a week ago. But this scroll is the only scroll of a magical nature that I have. I should probably learn to use this one.
You should probably start practicing.
ISO not. Now we seem to have the time. If you want to saddle up over here, I can walk you through the hand gestures.
I don't think the gestures matter as much. I think it's more about the feeling.
Well, with the sacred scrolls, you have to be very precise in what you're doing. You have to memorize all the movements. Be very strict about your speech. I don't know about feelings, but maybe that's one of the differences.
Well, either way, perhaps it's a personal thing. Perhaps it's a preference.
I agree.
I think Joffer needs to find out what works for him.
Jothier ponders a moment. Well, I'll just say that in my experience, dexterous manipulation has come quite naturally.
Just as you say that, Nyana hits a rough bump, and Loxon wakes up from his nightmare of being unable to speak.
One second, I'm eating.
Oh, we're not. Okay. He has not. You have not hit the bump yet. Then, I'm sorry. Continue.
It was a bump, but it was not
The bump,
that
right?
big.
Right.
What's expecting you to do it now?
Sorry. Go ahead. Keep going. You're asleep. Just type in chat when you're ready.
So, you were saying, Jolthe?
Jothier, since Nyana did not take the scroll but took the coins, moves the scroll over towards Iso and says, I think I'd like to learn how to use this scroll.
Well, let's get to it then. And he will, work with Jothier to walk through the motions. Like I said, all the hand gestures, the right words, the verbiage, how to read the symbols, what they are. Just kind of go through some stuff.
You're not gonna be able to stop and do that here, without them catching up to you.
Well, he's just doing it. He's going over stuff as they ride. Just general theory or whatever. Theory craft, right? So they can talk about it later, like you're talking.
Okay. So you're just telling him the basics and stuff now, and he'll actually learn the spell later. Is what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It's kind of like, hey, paint the fence, kind of
Right.
stuff. Like make this
Right.
make this shape with your hands, make this shape with your hands, and eventually we'll put it all together later when we're going over what they mean. That kind of
Magic
or
Prep
whatever.
101. Got it.
Yeah, whatever works in this world for that kind of thing.
Okay, and since they're not actually going over the scroll, but going over the basic mechanics, Jothier tucks the scroll back into his pouch.
And now Nyana hits a rather large bump in the road, and a slumbering Loxon wakes up from his nightmare.
Oh, they caught us. The undead are on us. Oh. Hey, Loxanne.
Where am I?
On the road to Doomguard, as you might have remembered from before you fell asleep.
Adam, where are you? Actually, before she said it before, I want to sound very delusional. Adam.
Well, I do want to say that since Roxanne's standing on the cart, Nyana is making her riding style a bit more aggressive.
Dang.
Loxon, you notice a horde of undead slowly trailing behind you. They're not going to be any danger unless you stop moving, but you have enough time to jump off the cart and onto your horse if you want. Or you can continue to experience Nyana's chauffeur style. Aggressive chauffeur style.
I'll stay on the cart.
Okay.
Oh, don't worry, I'm going to do some stuff.
Okay. All right, you guys ready to move up now, or do you want to talk about something else?
I'm ready to move up.
Okay.
But we know Loxon is awake, right?
Yes, he is awake and participating now.
How could you not?
just making sure.
good
So
plan.
Jothier would kind of slow his horse a little bit so that it comes back equal with the cart, and just holds out some coins to Loxon and says, "While you were sleeping, we were dividing these coins up. They're what Semper had, and we just wanted to add it to what we were carrying to protect his finances, but also to provide for supplies as we are taking with us along the way."
Lawson, which is that all this says? How many coins is that? by the
Jothier then
way?
places 22 silver coins in Loxon's hand.
Ooh, 118 silver. That's nice.
He said that in character, just so everybody knows.
Busting the fourth wall. It's okay. He's sick.
No, he's just talking to himself in character there. He did so. Everybody heard.
Oh
him.
yeah, yeah. That's what I said. We're pushing
I-
the fourth wall. It's awesome.
All right, why don't you guys move up a little ways?
Oh, Poston.
I'm sorry, who?
Sorry, game master.
Yes.
I claim my character sheet.
Okay, I'll fix it. Just leave it alone.
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't.
It's fine.
See
Don't worry about it.
the thing
It's
till
all right.
now.
Continue. Keep going. Everybody move up. We're good. We're good.
How far do you want this to go?
I'm waiting for ISO to get his stuff together. We can go. Actually, I can just use Jothier to show you. You can go. Let's go like to right here.
Hey,
That's good. That's good.
Doctor says, "Hey, slow down, Nyana. I'm not feeling very well right now."
Alright, something's weird with my thing.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah. Keep coming back. Keep coming back. There you go.
Like
Now.
if,
Hold on. Hold on. There you go.
like it doesn't
Do you want?
go where I
Do you want me to
click.
move? Yeah. Do you want me to move? You're like standing on me now. I'll scoot over.
So, all right. If you you click with your horse and then hit Control with the cart, and I think it should. Yeah, it should work. There you go.
Yes. No, there's a strange thing. Like I have to press like 20 meters before where I need to go. Like it's like desynced or something.
I had that last
Yeah, it might
Adventure.
just be the desync.
I'll
Well,
quickly reconnect.
let's-
That's
Yeah.
no problem.
It's
You might
it's
have to
about to
reconnect,
not
yeah.
be a problem. So let's just
Please
move
go.
on. Yeah. So as you approach, you hear a very strange howl. And you see a pair of glowing orange eyes crest the hill to the right. And these eyes look familiar to everybody but... No, Jothier was here, right? You were at the tower, Jothier? Where you
No, it was-
rescued Lord
No, it's
Gannison?
me, Diana,
Was you three?
and Iso.
Okay. So the howl and the eyes look familiar to almost everybody. And you can keep going a little bit further. There you go. Get right here, and then you can decide what you want to do.
I don't know if he heard me, but Watson says, "Hey, no, don't drive so hard. I'm not feeling very well."
I think Nine
You're not
heard you
feeling
just...
well. Get on your own horse.
Aren't too sick. Blah! As he vomits all over Nana.
That's not how that works.
Damn.
All right,
Maybe
so as
only it was.
Loxton's getting sick in the back of the cart, you can see there's some obstacles in the road ahead, and the creature watching to the right lets out another very long howl that doesn't move.
Whatever
So this
we
looks like
do,
to ISO and whatnot. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
whatever we do, I think we need to move fast quickly before we get sandwiched from behind.
Yes, the undead are steadily closing in behind you. I'm not going to move them because there's a billion of them, but, you know, use your imagination. Look forward, not backwards.
I'm gonna need help in doing my stuff, 'cause I don't know how to do this stuff.
Wait till later. Focus. Story. So are you moving on? What's going on?
So the eyes and the howling. You said that is that reflective of what ISO remembers as like wargs with the goblins?
Yes.
He'll mention it in case people didn't also hear and see this. Wargs, possibly goblins as well.
I've only heard stories of such creatures. But is that what's out there?
Most
That's what
likely.
it looks like. We encountered them when we first encountered Lord Gannison. We were on a mission to rescue him. Surrounded by goblins, and they had them domesticated, I guess, wargs. The vicious beasts. Now, how do you think we should try riding around, or should we fight our way through? The road looks blocked ahead. Have to ride through the sands on the side.
We'll be slower with the cart.
But all our supplies are in the cart.
Yes, we can't leave it behind, not yet. Maybe we should talk to them. They seemed talkative when we first met them.
That's true.
Hey, that little dog's eyes looks pretty. I wanna pet him. As Watson sluggishly, sluggish, you know what I mean? This of the cart, if I may.
Okay, jump off the cart.
Yeah, just one whistle.
We don't see Luxa.
Say again, didn't hear.
Do you remember, Nyana, the goblins were talking about the humans bringing the circles to destroy their land? We never did get extra clarification on much of that because you remember Lord Gannison cut that one in half.
Yes. I doubt they'll be. Well, maybe we can convince them that we no longer work for Lord Gannison.
Humans brought the circles brought the undead. Men like Lord Gannison is what the goblin said in pretty clear comment, actually. I trust him, I wish I knew this much as I do now when the goblin was talking previous.
Yes. Well, let's hope they want to talk, otherwise we have a fight on our hands.
Alright, where should we pull up?
Let's go to the barricade. Also, Constant, I can't control the cart anymore since I reconnected.
Okay. I got you. Where you just tell me where you want to move to. Are you trying to get on your horse? All right, I'll leave you alone, Loxon.
No,
Where do you want to ride
I'm-
to?
No, I'm going
Here.
towards the dodge.
Jother, you let me know where you want
I can't
to.
control Loxon's horse anymore like I was either, so I'm assuming you gave him control. So
Yeah,
I'll leave.
he can worry about his horse now. He wants his horse to
Jothar's
stay.
gonna just stick with the group. He's unsure what to do. He's
I'll-
not encountered these
Yeah,
types
try
of creatures
try
before.
and stay on the road with your horses. The sides of the road are not
Roxanne
friendly.
is smart. Roxanne will follow everyone else.
Okay.
But Roxanne, though, will is still acting delusional as hell, and he is going towards the little glowing red eyes. Pretty eyes.
All right, just right about there.
There.
Yep. All right. And as you approach the spikes in the road, I can't think of what these things are called for the life of me right now. The barricades.
Palisades, maybe?
Thank you. The palisades. Many goblins rush out, accompanied by their demonic hounds. Everybody make a observation roll.
It's presence, right?
Yes.
Oh whoa! What the heck? I never roll that high with this.
Now, when I tell you the number, I should be telling you the bonus
Total.
and
Just the total,
negative modifier
yeah.
all added in.
Yep.
Okay, 21.
Wow.
Wendy.
Loxon, you're definitely delirious. Okay, so yeah, you guys basically see everything. You look up in the hills. You can see goblins sitting up on top of the ridges in various places. And you can tell they've basically dug in here as an ambush spot. These palisades look fresh. They don't look like they've been here long. And the goblins watch you approach, but they don't exactly look like they're ready to rush out and fight. They look like they're waiting for something. The demon hounds are just snarling, occasionally howling. You hear others howling somewhere around you.
Hello. I'm not sure if anyone here speaks common, but if you do, we mean you no harm. There's, as you can see, a legion of undead coming up the road. We would much rather just pass than have to fight our way through. We will have to defend ourselves, though, if we must come to that. But perhaps we can have a truce if anyone can understand me.
One of the goblins steps out to the side, yells something back in goblin tongue to one of the goblins behind him, who disappears behind the dune for a minute. Then he looks to you. I speak your words. We no need fight. You surrender.
And then what?
Then you pay your debt.
What that?
The goblin runs back around from the
But I'm
dune,
alive.
and he has this small wooden box in his hand. Looks like a pretty plain, ordinary box. He looks to their leader, the one speaking, presumably, their leader, I should say, who nods, and then he steps forward. Has nothing but the box in his hands. Opens it up to show ISO, and there are 6 vials inside. The first goblin speaks again. You take. You drink.
Iso
would
just looks at Nyana.
The other goblin holding the vials now looks at Nyana. Leans the box over to her. You take. You drink.
I want to take one and examine it.
It's a kind of thick-looking green liquid.
If
It's
I
just
may
a
ask,
simple
What
glass
is it?
vial with a cork in it.
what is this master goblin?
The little one with the vials looks over to the leader. He gets a very wicked grin on his face. You sleep. He points to Loxin, to Jothier. He leans his head to the side to look around Nyana. Then he points to the cart. And then rests his eyes finally on Iso. You all sleep. Take now, drink. Otherwise
willing.
we
Yes.
fight.
Safe.
Well, hold on. Sleep like take a nap and wake up later, or sleep forever? Because, the later would leave us not a lot of decision here.
He gets a confused look on his face for a moment. He turns around and just looks like he's scanning the darkness for a minute. Turns back around to you and shrugs. You sleep.
Lawson just also saying, "Is someone J drink? Sure, I'll take one." He says, again, sluggishly.
Okay. The little goblin holds out the box to you, and there's 5 vials left.
Do I pick which vial I take, or just take any?
Take whichever one you want. Nope. They're all
Take them
they're
all.
all the same.
Take them all.
Alright, I just take a, Lawson just takes a vial and just drinks it. Cheers, he says.
All right.
Iso is going to observe Loxan here for a moment. How you feeling, buddy?
The goblin walks past Loxan to Jothier.
It tastes like alcohol. Hey, no, you should love this. This.
No, it doesn't. You're not asleep.
Okay, fine. Fine, I thought it'd be fun, right?
I'll tell you what happens from the poison. You just worry about your character.
Poison!
The goblin reaches the box up to Jothier with 4 vials now inside. Goblin says, "Take 2." and he takes the box and uses it to point towards Semper in the cart. You give him.
Yeah, that's what he needs. He needs to sleep deeper.
You give him
That's
sleep.
what he needs.
Without responding, Jothier just reaches down and takes 2 of the vials in hand, trying to keep a bit of a distance from the goblin, still not sure what these creatures are really like.
He has no visible weapons. Doesn't look like he's super hyper or aggressive. Looks like he's just basically messenger posture, like, don't kill me. I'm just doing what I'm told kind of attitude. And then he comes back with the 2 remaining vials.
Hey, while
Holds
he's
them
running
back
off,
up to...
Constant.
Okay.
While he's behind me or whatever, I have a question. So I have an idea.
Okay.
And I have a question to go with it. Okay, so out of character, just in general, my idea is I would like to try to attempt to fake to take this poison, but take something else. My idea is that in my satchel I do have like ink vials, so I'm wondering if I can sleight of hand swap them out. You know what I mean? Like while he's behind me, I could get the one out and like kind of palm it, and when I get this thing, I can switch them and then just drink some ink because at least I know I won't die from ink.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Make a presence. Well, it'd be a sneak, sleight of hand, agility. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, yeah, we'll go with agility.
12.
Ooh, just barely. Okay, so you're
Just barely.
prepping it in your hand is what I'm getting, correct? You're prepping it now so that when he hands it to you, you'll...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's 2 vials left. And he brings the box up, hands it to you, ISO. You urges you. You take. You sleep. No kill. You said you took one? Sorry.
Yeah, he'll take one. And then, like a polite Korean, he'll kind of turn his head a little to the side to drink away from this dude. Trying to show him some respect, but he's actually swapping vials, and he'll down it.
All right. He's not even watching you. He just runs right back, stands behind Boss Goblin. Closes the lid, nods to the Boss Goblin. The Boss Goblin lifts his empty hand up. He's got his axe ready in the other hand still, but he points to all of you, just kind of wildly. You all drink.
But I've already drank it.
All right, ISO's drunk his.
And
Nyana?
I pour it in my water skin
Can you pour it in your water skin?
to water it down a bit.
You can, yeah.
Alright, then I'll toss it in my water skin. Shake it a bit.
Okay. The other goblin.
Okay.
What are you doing? What are you doing? He just takes a
I'm-
few steps forward, pointing at Nyana.
I'm taking a drink, as you instructed.
He turns around again and scans the darkness. And then just turns back forward. You drink all. He makes the motion to, like tip the bottle back. For you to empty the water skin, basically. You have to drink it all. And then you and back. Green shirt, you drink too. Give to old man.
Jothier dismounts and starts walking to the back of the cart, and hoping that they can't really see because of how the cart rises on the side closest to the horse. He uncorks the bottles and, with his free hand, try and pulls one of the empty bags that had previously been carrying supplies, and tries to make it look like he's pouring one of the vials into Semper's mouth, but tries to pour it into the bag without them noticing both the vials.
Both the
And then
vials?
he's gonna try to use a little sleight of hand to make it look like it's only the one, but he's got the other one kind of like tucked in his sleeve a little bit, but trying to get both of the vials to pour out just enough so that there might be like a little bit still in the second vial just to cover the walls to look like it's full. Because what he's going to do next is he's going to, as soon as he's done pouring it, making it look like he's pouring it into Semper's mouth, but really into that bag, he's going to take the other vial, which is mostly empty now, and just then quickly bring it up to his lips like he's drinking it, make it look like he's chugging it, and then just throw them both into the sand.
All right, you have to roll for that.
I rolled a 20, so I figured that I don't even have to add my modifiers in for agility.
No, if you just rolled a 20, you're good. Okay, your ruse works. Then the
All right.
did you finish yours yet, Nyana? Finish your water skin?
Now I'm pretending to chug it all down. However, I'm swallowing, trying to swallow minimal amount of water. And whenever I lower my water skin again, I want to spit out what's still in my mouth. Hope that they
Okay.
don't notice.
All right, let's see if you can hide it. Yours, I don't think yours is going to be agility. I guess yours would have to be. Presence is all I got.
You want me to roll presence?
Yeah, I mean, you're not doing a sleight of hand. You're just sort of faking it, trying to hide. Well, I don't know. Oh, okay.
Wendy.
All right.
Hey, with our awesome observation rolls at front, since this goblin keeps turning around, staring off past always, and we've been here a bit, stopped. Is there any chance your eyes have adapted enough to look out there and see? Is there anything noticeable? I know the torchlight would probably jack with that a bit, just in general, unless there's something else out there that's got something behind it to highlight it, or it's light up itself.
No.
I just figure I would look in the same direction this dude's looking, because I'm like, what is he looking for?
No, he's just looking back into the darkness, and you don't see anything. Just looks, as far as you can tell, you get a little bit of night vision, like you said, but you don't see anything. You hear the howls of these demon hounds. Some even somewhere off behind you, probably behind that. I don't want to call it a mountain. The hills to your behind you over there. They're coming from over there. Maybe some off to your left on the opposite side of the road. You can hear the dead slowly starting to scuffle into sound range, probably just around the bend where you were just talking about the scrolls. So they're getting pretty close. But other than that, nope, you don't notice anything. So everybody's sleight of hand was successful, right? Yeah. Nyana just got 20. Okay. The boss goblin this time snaps his head back like he'd heard something. Then turns around and frowns. He looks back at the one holding the box. Motions him forward again. He runs forward. Nyana comes to you, holds the box up. It's got 6 vials in it. You drink. Now. You fight us. Points his knife behind you. You fight them.
I'm sorry, but I've already drunk, and I want to fake a yawn.
Yeah, Iso's watching Luxan, who downed the real one, as far as he knows.
Yep.
He shakes his head. You no drink.
What? Why? I want to drink more.
He points his axe towards Iso, towards Nyana, and then just sort of flails it in the back at Jothier.
I reluctantly want to grab another vial.
He then takes the box to Iso, holds it up so he can grab a vial.
Okay, so I think I missed what was going down here.
He's
So we
giving
did the
you.
thing.
He's saying you didn't
Okay.
drink, and he sent the guy forward to bring you another vial.
Okay, how did they know? What were they doing back? Like, did they? I didn't see any communication other than dude walk back, grab another box.
That's all you saw. That's correct.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't see another way out of this, so I guess this is it. Hope I wake up later. He'll take a vial.
Walks past Loxan, looking at him strangely. Then hands the box to Jothier. Well, he doesn't hand the box to Jothier. He holds the box out to Jothier.
Jothier takes 2 more vials and just looks at the goblin and says, "How many do we need to take?"
One for you. One for old man. Then he just closes the box and walks back. The big boss goblin just takes another few steps forward. Makes sort of sweeping motions with his axe. No more games. You drink. He knows. Drink.
Not before you tell me who he is.
You should know. You owe him. Drink.
Oh no, which of the many is it?
He looks at you, Iso. You drink too.
He'll pop the cork. I guess he'll look at Nyan and go, on 3?
Don't trust him one bit.
Easier ways to kill you. You sleep. Drink. You two in back. He steps to the side of the road to get a little elevation so he can see Jothier. Points at him with his axe. Drink. Give old man. Drink.
May I wait until Loxan sleeps?
You sleep when he's ready.
Well, I guess we're outnumbered.
Joe Theory's continuing to look at you intently.
I walk back up to Semper. I rest the vials on the back of the cart for a moment, just kind of tucking my coin purse into the secret folds of his clothing, making sure it's not as visible. Then I take one of the vials, I kind of look over at Iso and Nyana just to see what they're doing, see if there's any indication if they're going to follow his orders or if they're going to fight. I unpop one of the vials and I bring it up to Semper's lips and I just whisper, I hope you can survive this, old man. And pour it very slowly.
All right, give it to Semper. He doesn't even choke. His condition doesn't change. His breathing doesn't even slow. Nothing happens. It's pretty much just like Loxin. Nothing happens.
Alright, well. Ayana considers the odds and decides to down the drink.
Okay. Jothier, Iso?
Jothier unpops the cork from
Yeah.
his and
Same.
says, well, bottoms up.
Same.
Slowly starts to drink.
You see the boss goblin turn around, walks a few steps into the darkness, comes back up with a big smile on his face. Hang on. I'm going to do this the easy way. All right. So, now that you've taken the potion, you see a group of goblins and the hounds kind of rush past you. They look like they're going to hold off the undead for a moment. And then, as you're waiting, everything gets quiet, and then you just hear a voice.
Kindly step off your horses, please.
Oh, not again.
I reluctantly comply with the request.
Your little antics made this take longer than I anticipated. We'll have to make sure it's clear. Or you may have to help us fight the dead.
What do you want from us?
We had a bargain. And you didn't keep your end of the bargain.
I'd say we're even if you simply unmask the mark.
But you've done nothing for me. As we agreed upon. I made the bargain with all of you.
Do you have any paperwork to back up that claim? Because my memory's a bit hazy.
I have the poison, the magical poison, that you just drank. You should be honored it took quite a bit to retrieve the poison from the spiders of Venom Spin Crawl.
Poison.
You'll simply sleep until I've decided what I want from you, from each of you. Just as a spider would trap its victim, so I have trapped you. And I will awaken you when I'm ready.
Do I feel any different?
You won't feel anything yet. Only when I'm ready.
Hey, what's this about a deal? I made no deal with you. I don't even know who you are.
He doesn't say anything. One of the goblins comes running back forward. All he does is nod towards Magris, who then nods back, and then looks back to the group.
Any words before your slumber?
Words don't seem to matter much in this world.
I'm just gonna, lost interest in piece the last sentence he just said. Who, I don't even know who you are for that last time.
I am Magris. I'm the one that has temporarily protected you from the Riders of Death. I'm the one that you owe your life to, right now. You and the old man in the wagon. Your friends made a bargain with me. They gave their word they would do a simple task. And I would protect you and the old man for a time.
I don't know if you noticed, but the old man is currently knocked out cold. I wouldn't call that safe.
He's alive, isn't he?
We simply received the opportunity for better help, essentially.
And yet still I removed the mark, or masked it, shall we say, for a time.
Is it possible to change the bargain?
What would you offer?
What do you desire?
I think I'll take some time to ponder it a bit. And I'll awaken you when I've decided. But you're quite hard to find. And it's about to be more difficult. So I think I'll just keep you where I can watch you.
And where is that?
Don't worry. You'll be safe.
With that, you just fall asleep. Archer, you've gathered this team together, you and Swaru. You have come across the information that Magris is using this mountain passage to do something to the undead that are coming through the portal. Don't know what it is. You don't know if he's doing it now, if it's something he's trying to do, something he's already done. All you know is that in here, he's doing something. He's got something planned for the dead coming through the portal. On your way here, you found Gerhard on the road, just almost dead. Like, probably moments from death. The last thing Gerhard remembers is the doctor being pulled away from his bedside to treat him. And that's all he remembers. He got sick, doesn't know how, just started getting sick, and then he just woke up in your camp with your fire, and you and Swaru have been bringing him back to health. But, you're on this mission, so he's kind of with you because it's not safe to turn him loose. And, he's coming with you. He's your help. Alexander, you're here. You've agreed to come help since you're familiar with this passage. You had an acquaintance who knew that you were experienced with this place. And in payment, Archer and Swaru's friends are terminating your relationship with Lord Gannison. And your newfound friend has gone off to help them and make sure they do what they say. And you trust that Corellius, is going to look out for you and make sure to get it done. You guys have been hanging out a lot together and come to trust each other, work together. You're kind of on the same mindset about everything. So you trust him to act in your best interests while you're here, getting this done for them. So you're just here for muscle. That's about it. All right, anybody have any questions?
Did you say that the guy's name was Corellius?
Yes, I did.
Does Archer tell everyone else why we're here, or?
Everybody knows why you're here. You've filled in everybody. You've even told Gerhard why you're here. And he understands the circumstances. So he just agreed to come with you because there's nowhere else for him to go right now. You're sort of in enemy territory. You're being pursued actually right now by goblins and demon hounds. Archer has, well, let's be real. Archer's never been good at hiding from goblins or demon hounds. So he sort of set off their alarm. And it won't be long before they figure out where you've gone, but you've got a good enough of a head start. I said Archer. I meant Alexander. Alexander has set off the demon hounds, so they're looking for you.
Well, I say, I consider myself pretty friendly with the goblins.
So, no, you are decidedly not friendly with the goblins. They're very unfriendly to you so far. So you've come to this mountain passage. Archer, you, of course, been here before with Alexander. Archer, you and Inswaru have been working together very closely for a while now. You basically work together until one of you is given a task, and then sometimes, most of the time, you'll go together. But occasionally, it'll be sort of a he goes his way and you go your way. But this one just happens to be you're teaming up again, so you're decent friends. You're good friends. You've worked together a lot.
Question: does Archer know that Alexander was locked up?
No.
Okay.
You just know that he's here to help you, and your people are going to fix his problem in return. That's all Archer knows.
Right.
And I apologize. It was breaking up earlier in what you were saying. I'm assuming that the guy with the staff is Corellius. What got him to this team?
What? No, this is Archer.
Oh, no, I'm Archer.
Corellius is the one who is friends with Alexander. The big, tall one in the cage that you guys set free. Well, he wasn't set free, but who was there with Alexander?
I thought Archer was the one in the white cloak with the bow.
Nope,
No, that's
that would
Alexander.
be... That's Alexander.
That's Alexander.
Yes,
Okay.
and then Gerhard's the one with the shield.
Gerhardt. Okay.
He's the one that you nursed back to health. So, you are avoiding the goblins. You're here at the passage. The wind is blowing, of course. It stopped snowing temporarily, so the tracks you make now are going to lead right inside, but they've been being covered by a little snowfall earlier. Everything looks normal except the door's open. It's about... One of the doors is cracked about halfway open. And that's all that you can see from here.
I suggest we go inside before those goblins catch up to us.
No one else wondering why it's half open?
Probably
Well-
because someone didn't close it.
We'll have to move carefully. We already know the danger that's coming up behind us, so better into the unknown, I say.
Let's see if Macris is actually home, shall we?
Up to you, Alexander.
Do you think it's wise that the man with the bow goes in front?
I know what happens to people who are in front of you, so
Well, the goblins might come up from behind us.
I don't want I don't want another innocent dead because of you, alright? I still remember the
I find it's
that-
your call. You're leading this whole operation. Alright, well I want to look inside through the small opening.
Okay. And Swaru and Gerhard, are you guys just hanging back, or would you do anything?
Answara moves forward with them. Not afraid.
Gerhard, you with us? Alright, we're gonna pretend Gerhard... Oh, there he comes. Alright. So you peek inside, and you can see some palisades and dead goblins. But that's about all you can see from out here.
In that case, I'm stepping into the room.
Everybody's going in?
Yep.
Game crashed.
Okay, I'll move you in. All right. Some observation
Oh.
rolls from everybody.
They're all dead. And look at them, they're laying all over the floor.
What about walls, Boston?
Observation roll.
Presents.
Presence, yeah. And you're actually going to add 1 to everything you get, an additional 1 to whatever your roll is, so keep that in mind too.
Gerhard is very preoccupied by all the dead things on the floor.
So 12.
Okay.
With the +1, I get a 16.
Okay. All right. For those who are not Gerhard, the room looks like an absolute mess. You can hear some sounds of goblins talking, chittering at each other in the other room. This room, though, there is blood everywhere. There's just bodies laying all over the place. Broken weapons. I mean, the palisades, they're barely standing up. I mean, they look like they have just been beat, broken, cut, chopped. I mean, you name it. Everything but burned.
Looks like we missed one hell of a fight.
The whatever fight looks like it's could have been a few days, could have been a week. You're not really sure, but it didn't just happen, and it's, you know, it's not been here for months or anything like that. But otherwise, for those that were here before, it's just like you remember it. Maybe a little brighter. And occasionally the wind comes through the open door behind you.
I would have thought it would have been different. I would have thought it would have been different.
And Swaro just looks around, taking in all the carnage.
What are you guys doing?
What now?
Just like this happened a while ago. Well, a little while ago. So expect danger ahead, probably.
I guess I'm just advancing.
Okay.
That's how we should go.
And Swaro looks around the room to see how many exits and entrances there are.
Just one entrance and one exit. One way in this room, and that's the way you just came from, and the only way out is through the next room.
So
And as
Swaro
you-
would.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, so Swaro would would not sure what's around corners, and Swara would kind of stick to the walls and try and peek.
All right. Okay.
He is trying to move quietly, so do I need to roll an agility?
Not
on
yet.
that?
Not
Okay.
yet. So as you peek within view and everybody else comes within view, there's a group of goblins, except for Gerhard. But actually, did you roll your presence, Alexander? Give me a
I
presence
did
check.
not.
Okay. Do you want to do it there, or you just want me to do it here?
I'll do it. I'll just quickly grab a dice roller.
And I'll just describe what you see while you're waiting. For those that did pass, you see a group of goblins hanging around a fire pit, and they're all laughing, chuckling, sniping at each other, slashing at each other, just chittering in their goblin tongue. And then you see a red light, very, very intense red light, coming through the doorway of the next room. Also in that doorway, you see one of the demon hounds, and it's just excitedly, almost like a puppy, just sort of stomping around and just not really playfully barking, but playfully growling, maybe almost, is kind of what it sounds like. And that's what you can see from here. Yeah, okay. Alexander sees it too, so everybody but Gerhard. Poor Gerhard. Oops, that's better.
Yeah, that's why he's.
All right. Okay, and Swaru makes his way around the room there, along the walls. If that's not what you were going for, just let me know.
It is. I was trying to stay at a visual.
Okay. Just make
But
sure.
once Ensoro does see, or at least can hear, the goblins in the next room, he'll fall back to the rest of the group and just try to whisper in a hushed tone. Seems there's a number of goblins back there. Oh, I remember the stories you used to tell them about kids. They were children and just always fighting each other. Oh, sorry. That's not here now. We're gonna have to deal with them. I don't know if they'd be open to conversation. Looking around this room, might be a battle.
I don't like talking with goblins. I suggest we use the element of surprise to overwhelm them.
I agree. If Alexander takes a surprise shot at him, we can try to just watch him.
Takes a what
I'd
shot? I'm
like
sorry.
it.
A surprise shot.
Oh,
Right. Well, I raise my bow.
I thought I might have heard or seen something a little more canine-like. So they're not alone.
They have their pets with them. They're hounds. They're a bit tougher than goblins, but they can be dealt with. So I want to raise my bow, take aim, and shoot one of the goblins inside.
okay. Any particular one?
Wait, have you already fired?
No, not yet. He's shooting. There's one,
Oh,
two.
you draw on your bow.
The
What's
one on
going
the
on?
left.
Gerhard's talking now. Sorry, go ahead, Gerhard.
Oh, you're drawing your bow. What do you see? What's going on?
Enemy. Now please be quiet. I need to concentrate. Is
And
this
Swirl leans close and just whispers again, "Hold your shot, friend." Looks at the rest of them and says, "Perhaps we should take up on the sides of the door. We could use the doorway as a bit of a choke point before Archer fires."
Alexander?
Alexander, sorry.
I know he has a confusing name. Alright, I'll relax my arm up a little bit to let him get into position.
And Swirl motions to the others and takes up on the right side of the doorway. Oops, sorry, the left side of the doorway.
I would take up on the right side.
Gerhard?
He's trying to stay quiet to not break concentration, but I guess he'll hang out and still not understanding what's going on and wait until somebody tells him what is going on or what to do.
Okay.
I'm just playing this 4 I rolled, sorry.
No, I
Got
gotcha.
a character. Gerhardt, is he a magic user?
He's a hit things with weapons trained. He's like a nobleman.
Okay, so he wants to be close ranged, is what you're saying.
Maybe he knows how to handle himself close range. I would say. I don't know. Depends on what's going on. He doesn't even know. Sees you guys reacting for sure. He's got his shield up, got his sword out. Enemies, I'm concentrating is all he knows. And you guys are heading for the door. So I mean, he's sitting back here going to cover the archer as far as he knows.
All right. Go ahead and make some sneak rolls. You two who are by the door.
Is that agility?
Yeah.
Uh, 14.
Okay.
Well, I don't actually have attributes rolled up for
Just
the character. I'm just
it's okay. Roll your
Okay,
agility
so-
and then +1. And don't forget
17.
your omens too. 17? Okay.
so
You
wait.
guys-
Should I keep track of this number? This is my agility through the.
You just use your character sheet for now. And then just add 1 to all your rolls.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And Swirl doesn't have a character sheet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're using Jothir's character sheet, but you're in
Oh,
Sora.
okay.
So you guys are all set up by the door now. You are in position, and Alexander, think you're ready?
I'm ready to shoot. Agility, right?
Yes, sir.
Ten. As a total.
Oof. Make an agility check or a sneak presence check.
$16.
Okay, your arrow just whiffs into the room, doesn't go anywhere near the goblin, but it doesn't really make a lot of noise, and one of the goblins kind of stops and just looks around and then gets slapped by one of the other goblins. And they start yelling and arguing together again, and just seems like he forgot about it completely.
Have you
Alright, I
been
want
drinking?
to raise my hand to signal them to hold.
I tell Alexander, have you been drinking?
Not as easy as it looks. I say a sort of hushed tone. And I take another arrow to try again.
All right, fire. When ready.
16. Sorry, 15.
All right, this time your arrow nails the goblin direct on. How much damage?
I don't know.
D6, I think, is for bows, or is it 8? Oops. Give me one sec here. Okay, bow. I think it's going to be D6. We'll double check. Let's see, that's crossbow is D8. Short bow is D4, really?
Yeah, but I have a longbow.
Huh, not an option.
Yes, it's in between a crossbow and a short bow.
We'll say it's D6 anyway, because you have a magical bow. Well, it's special, at least.
Well, I rolled a 1 nonetheless, so.
Okay, so 1. You said you rolled a 1 on the what? For the damage?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Where is the? Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, your bow lands right in his shoulder, and he just grips at his shoulder, howls in pain, and falls over. And everybody else just stops and looks at him for a minute in surprise and start looking around, and then they look and zero in right on you, Alexander. Everybody go ahead and roll. It's their initiative.
Initiative is D6 plus present.
Yes.
10.
Uh, 18? No, 19.
Archer, you should just roll it in your character sheet. It's fine. I'll fix it. Just roll it in your character sheet. Next time it'll automatically put it up on the.
Do I still apply the reductions?
No.
I'm sorry, that broke up.
No.
Okay, then I rolled a 7. Oh wait, it's modifier plus 1?
Yep. So 8.
8, yeah.
Okay. I think I got everything up there now. All right. They all scream and howl and go into attack mode. And Archer, looks like you have first move unless you want to hold it because you're in an ambush position here.
Yeah, I'm holding it.
Okay. Alexander, that means you're next.
I want to fire another arrow.
Okay. Same goblin.
Yes.
All right. Go ahead.
9.
Woo. This one lands right between his nasty little eyes, and he just tips over and drops dead. Right where he's at.
I set I said 9.
Oh, to hit him? Or I thought that was your damage. Gotcha.
No. I need to hit him first, right?
I wasn't thinking. I was like, man, 9. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, a lot of damage for a D6.
Never mind. You miss him completely. Totally. All right, Gerhard. Wait, why isn't he? Oh, I know why that is. What's Gerhard doing?
He's waiting for the goblins to advance, I guess. I feel, he's gonna protect the archer,
Okay.
but not get in his way. You know what I'm saying? So I guess he'll if somebody comes running through the barricade and is running towards Alexander from where he is, I guess he'll try to engage them from Gerhard's right side of that barricade. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Like kind of push
Yep.
him,
Understand.
push him
All right.
through, charge him out of the way with a shield, bash into him, whatever.
And Swear, are you holding up Stu still?
Holding position, listening to the noises coming from room, and kind of watching the floor a little bit too. That way, any shadows, as the shadows approach, he'll know that they're getting close.
Right. Okay. Well, you hear them all scream and just running through the door, coming, lots of feet scurrying and scraping across the floor. Little goblin war cries. And you also hear other goblins in the room stirring from somewhere on the other side of the room. You can't see them, but you can hear them starting to speak up. And they're going to just rush in the door here. Okay. Basically to where you can get to them now. You've hidden yourself well enough to where they don't see you as you come through, so... That means, Archer, you get to go first.
Oh, right. I'm gonna smack the goblin one in front of me with my staff.
Okay. I think staff is going to be an agility weapon, too.
Is it
11.
a strength weapon?
I think staff is agility. I remember reading in here somewhere. Well, either way, it'll be a miss. Is your strength higher?
Yeah, it is.
What's your strength at?
1d20 plus 3. My agility is 1d20 plus 2.
Okay,
He wouldn't
we'll use your
succeed
strength.
either way.
Oh, you said he would not succeed either way?
I mean, if he has +3 on his other, he gets 11, which
It
still
don't
isn't
matter.
enough.
Okay, so you swing and a miss. Actually, you said you would be 11? Well, you're actually ambushing them, so you would actually hit with a 12, we'll say. So you can use your strength. So you smack him, roll d4 for your damage.
Oh,
Oh, wow. So... Alright, you catch him right across the face with that staff. You put out one of his eyes. And he just drops his weapon and just grabs his eye and just starts screaming and caterwauling and just going crazy. Alright, Gerhard, you see them rushing into the room. You still holding position there?
Yeah, he's gonna hold until they get, trying to interrupt their movement if they're heading for the archer.
Okay. And Swaru, you got one right next to you. He's got an arrow sticking out of his shoulder.
I'm gonna thrust forward and try to impale his chest, so I'll roll for that.
Okay.
Adding it up right, I think I got a 13.
Okay. Plus your 1 for ambushing, so you absolutely destroy him. So. go ahead
Well,
and roll.
that's the checked hit. Oh,
Yeah,
that's what I was gonna ask. Oh,
Yeah, I
so
think it's
D4 or D8.
D4 for a short sword. D4. Yeah. Well, no, you just have a regular sword, right?
Yes.
Yeah, D6.
It's cutlass.
D6. Well, it doesn't have cutlass, it just says sword. We'll assume it's a sword. You're good, D6.
I rolled a 6.
Okay, 7 damage. You just absolutely crush this guy, and he just collapses in a pile right in front of you. Goblin blood just flies everywhere. All right. Back to the top again. Archer.
Did
Your
you
first-
skip my turn?
No, you took it. They held their action because they were ambushing.
Yes, but
So-
then I should have still gotten another turn.
No,
Because I should have gone after Archer.
Yeah, but this is a new round though. This was they were just going the same round that you
didn't-
just started.
I-
Because I asked Archer what he was doing. He said he was holding, and then we went to you, and you shot.
Yes, and then the other two did hold as well, and then a new
Right.
round.
Yeah, no. Then the NPC comes close. They ran in the room, and then that triggers their turn because they're waiting at the door for the ambush. So that was all the very first round of combat. So now we're on the second round of combat. So you've
But I
shot
hit the
you've
goblin.
shot twice. The one you missed, and then the one you hit. And the one you hit was the first round of combat. I promise. We're good. Archer's about to go, and then you get to go again. They just held their move because they were waiting to ambush until they were close enough, and when they come close, it just triggers their move. Archer, what are you doing?
Can I pick up the goblin's weapon?
Sure. You wanna do that? You gonna
Yeah.
drop your weapon?
Well, drop my torch.
Okay. All right, you swipe up his axe. Wait, was it an axe or a mace?
You didn't really say, I think.
No, it's in his hand. Look at it.
Oh,
It is a mace. Okay.
that's a mace, yeah.
Okay. And then what?
Hit him with it.
Okay. Strength.
Nine.
It'll be a miss. All right, Alexander.
Oh, shoot another arrow at the one behind the one Archer's attack.
Okay. All right, this one right here. All right, go ahead.
$16.
That's a hit. Damage.
2.
Okay, so 3. Are you adding your +1 to your damage as well?
We all get a +1?
Yeah.
Then no, I didn't.
All right, so 3. Just making sure. Okay. All right. Your arrow sinks deep into his leg, and he just definitely slows his approach. He starts adding to the screams of pain that seem to be contagious now. All right. Gerhard, you still waiting?
Yep.
Okay. Shoot, where did this keeps? I keep killing the wrong guy. I got an idea. There. Okay. And Swaru? You've got a goblin in front of you with an eye out. Got a goblin next to you with a axe in one hand and grabbing at an arrow stuck into his leg in the other.
Which is closest?
The one with the arrow. But there's also another goblin between you and him.
Okay, so I'm gonna thrust again at that first one. And as I thrust,
Which first
my
one?
other
The closest one to you or the one with the arrow? This one is the closest to you. And then this one has the arrow.
I'm gonna thrust at the one with the arrow, and
Okay.
as I do that, I'm assuming that the torch that I'm holding is lit, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so I'll just not swinging with the torch, but just holding it out as I swing, so kind of maybe
Fends him off.
intimidate that other goblin back a little bit.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and swing with your sword.
Total 10.
All right. You swing and come short. The other goblin manages to get in your way and block your swing with his axe and protect his injured friend. Or whatever goblins call their cohorts. All right. Now it's goblin turn. Archer, the one closest to you, is going to take a swing at you with his fists. His claws are out. Go ahead and defend if you can. He's
Toughness?
wiry and... I'm sorry?
Is it toughness or?
No. It's going to be agility, I believe. You're dodging.
Anyone?
21 is... you make it look easy. You're a professional. You easily, get out of his way. He's just got blood in his eyes. He can't see anything. He's just clawing at the wind, essentially. All right, same thing for you. Another one charges forward, screaming with his axe held high at you and Swaru. Go ahead and make a defense roll.
$11.
All right. You got an 11? Ooh. All right, the goblin manages to get through your defenses there. And let's see. Gives you a glancing slash. You take 1 damage, 1 health point. Okay, the next goblin just runs at Gerhard. One hand gripping at his leg where the arrow is, the other hand's got the axe raised in the air and charging at you. Go ahead and see if you can defend there, Gerhard.
That is agility, right? Yeah, agility.
Yes.
No.
Okay. Let's see.
I don't know if a shield gives you a bonus, but I don't think he defended with a 9, even if
no.
it gives you a +1.
Yeah, no. Well,
Maybe it counts
it's
as
10,
armor or
right?
something.
Well,
I
no,
don't know.
they have something special actually, but All right, so yeah, 3 damage there. He gets a nick past your shield.
Okay.
And the other one
This
just
dude's not wearing any armor, right? Gerhard.
no. No, you're just wearing some clothes that you came across that they found.
Okay.
Probably off a dead man, but you don't know that. All right, and the other one, Alexander, he's just come screaming and screeching bloody murder at you with his both hands on his mace, just intent on hammering you with it. So go ahead and make a defense roll.
18.
Woo! Oh yeah. You easily step out of his way. And he just runs right past you. He just keeps running. Ah. Okay. Now that they're close, you can make an attack, Gerhard. Or not. Just kidding.
Not used to the weight of this shield. He swings wide and hits the palisade.
It's okay. You can't even tell where you hit it at. It's been so beat up. All right, Archer, back to you.
Just gonna hit the goblin with the mace again.
Okay.
$15.
Oh, this time you give him a good smack across. Well, let's see where you hit him. How much damage? I think it's going to be D6.
Four.
Yeah. Yep. 4 damage. Okay. You just shatter his head against the wall there. He just collapses, slides down against the wall, and is no more. All right, Alexander.
Alright, well I turn around
Okay.
and knock an arrow on my bow to shoot at that goblin.
All right. Let's see it.
12.
That is a hit. No, miss. That is a miss. Goes right over his head. If he was human, that would have perfectly punctured his heart, but he's a little smaller, a little faster, so goes right over his ear instead. All right. Gerhard?
Yay! Oh, that's a nat 20. Guess he's making up for it.
Woo!
What
All
happens
right, well,
with
you get a
crits
crit.
in
Yeah.
Mork Borg? I forget.
I don't know.
seen one of those, no.
Yeah. I believe you get double damage. Crit, attack, double damage, yeah.
So 16 damage.
Well, I think you just... Oh, you automatically rolled the damage. Okay, I see. Oh, all right, yeah, so 16 damage. Oh, yeah, you just absolutely cleave him in half. Half of him falls against the palisade, and the other half falls the other way.
Can he
And-
move too?
Yeah. Where to? Where you want to move? Well, you don't have to. I don't have to move you. So, okay.
Gonna get in this one's way, so he can. But kind of probably Let's try to be a little off to the side. I can't tell. I think I am. So that he can, if Alexander still wants to, he can shoot. Maybe like that.
Alright. Hang on one sec. Okay. Alright, the goblins fight on. Let's see. Archer, Gerhard, and Swaru. Where are you now? What's Swaru doing?
He's gonna thrust at this attacking goblin.
Okay. Go for it.
15.
15 is a hit. Roll your damage.
Four.
All right. You sever his free arm at the elbow, and he just screams and waves it at you to throw blood on you, and just scream bloody murder and attacks you right back. So go ahead and see if you can defend this time.
I didn't do any modifiers. I rolled an 18. Is that good enough?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You just sort of wave him away with your sword, keep him at length with your torch, whatever. He is no threat to you right now. The worst you're going to get is bled on. Okay, and then Gerhard, this one's going to take both hands on his mace and swing right at you. All right, go ahead. See if you can.
13.
That's with your +1 or no?
No, I haven't added I thought that +1 was only to our like notice stuff checks. You mean for everything here?
Yep, for everything. So you're at
Oh,
14.
my bad. Well,
Right?
I had a lot. Yeah, +1s. Yeah, it would be 14.
Okay.
I'll change that. I'll add that modifier to everything.
That's
now.
fine. You successfully block it at 14. So he just solidly lands against your shield, but you feel the vibration, and that's about it. No permanent or lasting damage. And the rest of you can hear the skittering of footsteps. And other goblins rushing to the door. All right. Archer, back to you. You see other goblins approaching. You got a goblin across from you. You can hear Archer and Gerhard dealing with another goblin in the room behind you. What are you doing?
It's a goblin in front of me. He's bad to me.
Yes.
Then I'll go for him.
All right. Swing away.
$13.
That's a miss. Oh, no. You're right. His back is to you, so that is a hit. Be 14 total. So, yes, you hit him. Go ahead and roll your damage.
D6, right?
Yes.
1.
2.
So yeah, 2.
All right. You crack him right in the back of the head, and he just conks out. All right, Alexander. You hear a bunch of skittering coming from the room behind you, and you've got the skittering in front of you.
Oh, shoot at the one in front of me.
The one that's right next to Gerhard, within battle
Yep.
range.
Yep.
Okay.
He's got a clear shot. It's all nice and straight. I mean, I guess if he's cross-eyed, he could shoot me.
16.
Eh.
Well, child
All
can
right,
make that
you
shot.
hit him. Good job. All right, roll your damage.
5.
Woo.
That's including the +1.
All right. He just screams. He's got his... You've put the arrow through his two hands, so his two hands are now fastened together. They cannot... They can either drop the mace or do nothing. You shot him right through the hands, or the arms, I guess it would be, not the hands. So he's pretty beat right now. Pretty close to slicing his hands right off. He doesn't have much left between bone and nothing. Gerhard.
I guess we'll try to finish him off here.
All right. Got a lot of blood right now dripping on your shield every time he wails at it with his hammer.
Uh, 12.
That is a miss. He just keeps screaming and bleeding on your shield. And Swaru. You can hear the guys coming in next to you and the one screaming in the room behind you. What are you doing?
I'm continuing to stay close to the wall. I'm assuming they haven't seen me.
You want to try to hide then?
Well, I never stepped out into the hallway, so I imagine so that last goblin was dropped by Archer's arrow, correct? I'm sorry,
No.
Alexander's
Archer's... No. Archer's hammer. Mace. Archer picked up one of the goblin's maces and just killed the goblin with it.
No, the one that I was facing.
Yeah. Alexander is shooting the one in the room behind you.
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought he
No, it's
shot
okay. Just
that one in the back.
you're just waiting here, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm gonna press up against the wall to try and sneak attack one of these
Okay.
guys again.
All right. Make a presence check. Make sure they don't see you. That you're hiding well enough.
Eight.
Okay. And then let's see, NPC time. Okay. The goblins, they just come screaming, weapons high, rolling in. One comes straight for you and Swaru. One comes for Archer, and the other one just runs just sort of into the room screaming. Oh, and there's one more. Two come running into the room screaming. All right, and Swaru, he's swinging at you. He must have seen you moving or heard you moving or something. So go ahead and roll to see if you can get away from him.
Agility.
Yes.
Total 18.
Oh, easily. Okay, Archer, your turn. He's coming after you with his teeth, Archer. He's got his axe kind of lowered, ready to swing, but he's lunging at you with his mouth and wide open, his teeth chomping. Archer.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Roll defense. Agility.
Nine.
Ooh. All right. He manages to catch your arm, and just the tiniest bit. Takes a small bite, and then continues to chew it, grinning at you the entire time. All right. And actually, we're back to you again, Archer.
So he's still biting me.
He bit you. Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna take a swat at him.
All right. Swing away.
19. No, 20.
Ow.
20.
Wow. 20 would be a crit, right? Yep. Although, I don't know, is it just a natural 20 a crit? Or just if
Yeah,
you get a
natural.
20? Okay, so never mind. You hit him. So go ahead and roll damage, d6.
6.
Woo. Oops. Wait a minute. How much health do they have? Oh, wow. Yeah, you just knocked the teeth right out of his mouth. And he just falls right back.
Didn't your mother always tell you to chew your mouth closed?
All right, Alexander. You can hear two little goblins approaching you from behind.
Well, I want to turn around because the one I shot at should be able to be finished off by Gerhard. So I want to shoot at the one on the right because he seems closer.
Okay. Get him. Oops, wrong button.
14.
14 is a hit. Roll your damage.
2.
There we go. 2? That's with the
Yep.
+1, right?
That's
Okay.
including +1.
No. 4. All right. Another arrow sinks right into his shoulder there, closest to you. All right. Wait. Yeah, I killed you. I got to put you back in the thing. Gerhard?
He's gonna try it again. And miss.
Okay, this is silly now. And miss? Okay. That's a
Yeah,
miss.
unfortunately.
All right. And Swaru, back to you. You've got two goblins charging in, one facing you. And Gerhard struggling with one in the back of the room.
Invigorated by the battle, and Swaro's gonna now just let out a roar, ah, and just swing the blade at the goblin. And colossally miss. I rolled a 3. Not even gonna do the modifiers.
Okay. All right. Goblin steps back just in time to avoid your swing. You killed one, right, Archer, this time? Okay. And you shot one?
Yeah.
Let's see. Hang on. Oh, nope. All right. Goblins are sticking around. Gerhard, he's going to swing at you. We'll start with you first. since you're struggling the most. Gerhard? Oh, there we go.
Another 12.
That would be a miss. This is the mace. Wait a minute.
Did you say wait?
Yeah, I said wait. Sorry. Oh, okay. Hold on. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay,
You
when you
take-
said this is the mace, that's me rolling to see if I dodge or whatever.
Correct. I'm looking for the damage there. So you take 2.
Got it.
All right. And Swaru? Goblin screams at you and makes a swing at you. Is he going to hit you?
I believe it's 15 heading it up.
No, he's not. You managed to dodge. One of them stops and turns and runs for you, Archer. And the other one's just going to come straight at you, Alexander. So Archer and Alexander, go ahead and roll. Hadn't said that in a while.
17.
You easily avoid him. Archer?
Yep.
Are you there?
Yeah,
Waiting on
man.
you. I keep telling you to roll. You're not rolling. Roll.
Oh. Five.
Ooh. You take 3 damage. And it is your turn again, Archer.
I'm going to respond with hitting him with the mace.
All right. Go for it.
Seven.
Swing and a miss. Alexander?
Well, since he's quite close, I do draw an arrow, but this time just to stab him, essentially.
Okay. Same roll. Do agility. We'll say it's a dagger. Sort of. Close enough.
$22.
That is... Did you roll a 20 on the dice?
I rolled an 18 on the dice.
Oh, okay. All right. All right, so you hit him. Go ahead and roll D4. And then +1 the damage.
4.
Wow. All right. You stab him right between the armor and put him down. Gerhard, can you do it? Can you kill this goblin?
Another 12.
No, you can't. Poor Gerhard. Struggling back
12.
here. You do. At least you're consistent. All right. And Swaru. Make your move.
Suarez gonna try and thrust him again. I rolled a 12.
Try, but fail. All right, Archer. Oh, no, wait, that was everybody. So he's going to swing at you and Swaru, Gerhard, and Archer. All three of you make a check.
Gerald takes another axe or mace to the leg.
They just patched you up, man. Take 3.
Ah,
14.
How much, Archer? 14?
14.
All right, you're good. You're safe.
I rolled a base 16.
You are also safe. All right. New round. Archer, you're up first.
I'm going to hit the goblin with my mates again.
Okay.
Eight.
No, you're not. Alexander?
Alright, well, I want to once more turn around and shoot an arrow at the one that Gerhard's been trying to kill for the past 5 minutes.
Okay. Let's see if you can help poor Gerhard.
14.
That is a hit. Damage?
God.
Actually, don't even roll damage. He dies.
2.
No matter what you get. He dies.
He was very spry for having a bone sticking out earlier.
It wasn't a bone, it was the arrow. He shot his hands together.
No, I mean from before. He was like nearly dead or whatever and spraying blood everywhere. I figured he had like bones sticking out and everything from the last time. But
that's right.
it's
That's
just
right.
funny. I said he's pretty spry. He's been around since that. You know, I couldn't hit him anymore.
So you're still weak from your illness, still recovering. That's all it is. That's all. All right. Gerd, actually, it's your turn. It's your move. All right.
I will distract this one so you can hit him as well.
All right.
A
Yep.
12!
You distract him, but that's all you do.
Hey, just from behind. Do I get a bonus for that? Maybe I get a +1.
13, yeah. You need a 14, unfortunately.
Awesome.
You just like that 12, that's all. All right. That was Gerhard and Swaru.
And Suarez swings again, trying to make contact with this goblin. I rolled.
Can he do it? You rolled a 4? Is that what you said?
I'm not even bothering to do the modifiers. I rolled a 4.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah. Team struggle right now. All right. Let me see. The goblins, they start to run off now. And I'm going to pursue them into the next room.
Well, if they're breaking away, don't we get a chance to stop them, try and trip up something? Or no?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because they didn't disengage or whatever.
Yeah, they're looking at take your best shot. Feeling pretty good for the goblins right now, though. Just saying.
What am I rolling?
And it's a regular attack.
But I got 20 total on that one.
I'll do that.
Yep, go for it.
Mine
16.
got away. I'm not going to say what I rolled.
Okay.
The one Archer was fighting, I hit for 10 damage.
Ooh. Wait, how do you get 10 damage? Oh, D8. I see. Okay.
Yeah, plus.
And I hit him
strength.
before. He's gonna be dead.
Yeah, he's toast. Okay. We'll say combat is over. But there is still a goblin up. but the combat has ended. You see him run to the middle of the room, run to the door, and stop. And he just looks into the room with the red light and back at you, and he just seems frozen. Like he doesn't know what he wants to do. Combat's over. You can go back to just saying what you want to do. No turns.
And so I just peeks around the corner,
we
watching as
pursue?
the goblin runs away. Go ahead, sorry.
You just see the demon hound thing just still quivering, focused on whatever's in the other room. And the goblins just keeps looking at you and the door, and it's starting to shake in panic and just freezes. He's frozen. Just doesn't know what he wants to do.
I'm gonna just go to. I'm just going to. I'm just going to the room.
Okay, go ahead. You just step through the door and just hang out there real quick. See what everybody else is going to do.
I'll follow in as well, but I stay behind Archer.
Okay.
How far can I go?
You can go in about where Archer is. That's fine. Everybody can enter the room. You staying back in Swaru, or are you...
I'm going in, but I'm going to kind of stay to the further wall, but get into a position where I can see into the next room.
Okay. So you actually notice in the corner... Oop, that guy's not there. You just see a room with a red intense light. You see another demon hound in the room across from the room you're looking into. And it's just doing the same sort of weird puppy enthralled behavior. Just at the door. Just the same one that this one's doing. Then in the corner of this room, there's a demon hound just snoozing like a baby. Deep sleep. You can hear it almost sort of snoring. And there's a dead goblin next to it. Looks like it's had a few bites taken out of it. Maybe the hound was munching on it. Can't really tell from here. But the goblin drops his axe. Or mace, or whatever weapon he has in his hand. And just turns to look at you. And just has an immense look of fear on his face.
I asked the goblin, if you can understand me, ask me what's behind you.
He says something to you in goblin tongue you don't understand.
Could Swaro potentially understand it? His backstory. He has traveled many places. I never really worked out like languages. But
No. Goblin would be pretty niche. You'd almost have to be a goblin to understand it. Or have other supernatural powers, abilities, something. Gerhard, Alexander.
Gerhard looks at everybody else as if, are we advancing?
I suppose we have to if we want to get our job done.
Okay, and then at that, Gerhard will advance.
Okay.
Okay. All right. All right. As you approach the goblin, he just starts to quiver and close his eyes and just freeze in place. He doesn't make any aggressive moves. He just holds still and does nothing.
Gerhard has no problem or qualms taking advantage of it.
Hold on, Archer.
Especially given his upbringing.
Okay. So you're just going to stab him or whatever?
That's a goblin.
Okay. Well, you tell me what you're doing.
Oh, I did?
Oh, I didn't hear you.
Yeah, he has no qualms taking advantage of, the free offering here. He's going to slay this goblin based
Okay.
on his upbringing.
He just doesn't even move or react, and you just cut him down. Just as easy as that. Alexander?
I'll follow the trail a little bit behind.
Okay. Everybody make a perception observation. You said 11?
6.
24.
Nice roll.
11.
Ugh. Okay. Alexander, you see in the next room some kind of orb, something, and you see the barest shade of maybe a purple in the room, not just red. And the red definitely seems to be coming from that orb in front of you, and it also seems to be what that demon hound is just staring at, just absolutely zombified. Just focusing in on it, chittering and doing whatever. Everybody else, you see red light in the demon hound's backside.
Now I want to knock an arrow on my
Okay.
bow
Okay.
and go for my most precise shot to hit the orb.
Okay. You want to hit the orb, you said, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not happening. 9.
Well, no, you don't have to roll for it. You're not under any pressure. Well, either way. Okay, that's fine. 9, you miss. The arrow goes off course and just disappears into the room.
Well, I guess someone's gonna just have to get it manually.
What are you guys doing? Come on.
And Suara moves up with the group. I'm going to take a position more towards the other side of that opening of the door.
The other side meaning the left side or the right side?
The left, yeah.
Okay. Like right next to the door or what?
Kind of even with the, where the line of where everyone else is in terms of proximity to the door, but I'm going to start moving up towards that left, yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna go
You're breaking
literally
up.
next to. Am I?
Keep talking.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go right next to the right side of the door, I guess.
Okay, go ahead.
Alright, I'm guessing I don't see anything.
Nope. You're not cheating, are you?
No, I'm not cheating now. We don't see anything.
Okay. Just making sure.
I guess Gerhard is gonna roll up and stab this monster dog.
Okay. Good. Step forward. All right. You stab it with all the time in the world, and it just squeals in pain and is gone.
He'll jump around the corner in case something else is coming.
Nope. Empty. Just an empty little area. Alexander?
Since many seem to be hesitant, I move up into the room.
I'm going to step into the room. Okay.
Yep.
You see one of the Riders of Death. There's some sort of purple energy, magic pulsing from him towards the orb, and then from the orb towards him. And with your very well-trained eye, you can see that he's actually slowly losing this battle. You can see 3 dead goblins surrounding him. And he turns to you as you enter the room, looks right at you.
What's going on here?
You just see that dog across the room, just chittering, and just like the dog that you just killed. Well, that Gerhard just killed. It's the exact same behavior, but now you can tell they're looking at the Rider of Death and not the globe.
I follow in.
Okay, go on in.
Okay, I'm guessing I see you now.
Yep.
Oh no.
And Swaru and Gerhard coming in or hanging outside?
I'm gonna follow up with them when they scoot forward so they make more space, but I don't want to step all over them to get by them for any reason. I don't know what's going on in there, so you know what I mean.
Well, no. You're your character. You tell me. What are you doing? You staying there or you coming in the room?
I just explained it. I stay here. If they get out of the way or give some more space, I'll move up.
All right. And Swaru, what are you doing?
I'm moving into that next little alcove
With Gerhard?
where Gerhard is. I'm gonna move towards the opposite side of the doorway that he's on. Just
With
peeking into the room.
The dead doggy?
Well, it's dead.
Yeah, I'm just making sure. I understand where you're correctly.
I don't know. Are those teeth worth anything? Should I be pillaging?
Yeah, maybe. You don't know.
Take his collar, rock that collar.
You don't know.
Yeah, if it's undead, that could be helpful against vampires. Sure.
All right. What are you doing? Archer? Alexander? Looks like you're in front. You get to decide what goes on here.
Does the Rider of Death notice us?
I'm approaching the orb in the middle.
Yes, he is looking. Well, and when you came into the room, he was looking your direction. Yes.
Okay, and I'm gonna follow Santa's lead and go to the orb.
All right. As you get closer to the orb, you start to feel just pain, sickness. You just start to feel very, very unwell.
In that case, I'll back away.
And as you back away, the sickness clears instantly.
I'm gonna back
Where are
away.
you going? Aren't we heading in? Where are you going?
Don't step.
Oh, you want me in the front? That's fine. I'll have the shield. I'm ready.
No, don't.
Expecting a charge.
The orb is some sort of, well, I guess magic that makes you feel ill. So
That-
don't
that
get too
br-
close.
That brazier there?
If that's what you want to call it, yes.
Seeing that Gerhard went in, and Swaro's gonna come up and take up a back position behind them in the room.
Okay. When Answaru enters the room, you hear the Rider of Death speak.
Borak. Borak.
He's speaking to you in a language that Archer and Answaru understand. He's asking for help and saying something about weakness, tiredness, something to that effect. You don't really recognize the second word, but the first part is definitely him asking for help.
I asked him, why should we help you? You're the evil one.
Doesn't say anything and just turns his head back to the orb.
What's he saying?
He's asking for help. He wants us to destroy the orb, I think.
And Swaro
And-
steps forward, just addresses this knight. Is that what you're asking us to do? Are you asking us to destroy this orb?
He doesn't acknowledge or respond.
We can try with an arrow, since we can't get close to it.
You know what? I'm actually up for it. I stand to shoot it.
Before you
Alright.
shoot it, before you go that far, Answaru and Archer, you've been warned. You do not help these people. You do not help them. They are evil, and you should do nothing that they want you or ask you to do. In any
Don't
way.
help Riders of Death? What?
Yeah, like that. That would be a serious deal if you did that.
Like worse than summoning a demon to this plane or something.
Correct. Along those lines. So, given your affiliation, that's what your general stance would be.
And does Swaro know what this orb is?
No, none of you do. You've never seen it before. You have no idea.
And in that case, then Archer changes his mind. He just gonna, I guess, go around the orb to the other room.
Okay.
Well, nobody said me to stop, so I'm gonna knock the arrow.
Okay. You have a
Pull
perfect
back
shot.
the- Pull back the string.
And Swaro would try to quickly hold out his blade, just pointing at Alexander. Not pointing, but just kind of like in the way of the arrow, of the bow, and just say, "Don't."
Why not? I have a pretty clear shot.
What's he doing?
Those I'm in association with, they told us never to trust these riders.
You're part of an order. That's your group. You could say you're in an order.
You understood that thing?
I understand what my order has told me. Never to help these things. It would
Oh,
be
right, okay.
dire if we should.
Then what are we to do?
This orb is most interesting. It seems afraid of it, or held back by it, as perhaps these other creatures are. And Swirl would look at the orb now. Is it attached to the floor, or is it movable?
Looks like it was probably moved here. It doesn't look like it was, it's anchored down or anything.
If this is what the rider seeks to destroy, then this might be of use to my order, to protect this world from such creatures. Perhaps we could take it.
We can't even get close to it.
Perhaps we ought to let the orb kill the rider, because I think that's what it's doing.
Just out of character, was something said that I didn't catch about the orb that we cannot approach it?
Yes.
I don't think it was verbalized, but... Or no, actually it was, yeah, because you told
He did
Gerhard.
say, yeah.
Yeah. You get sick when you get close to it, is what...
Okay, that's the part I didn't catch. That
yeah,
we said.
Alexander had told that to Gerhard.
I think the best thing to do now is just go around the orb into the next room and we'll figure this out later.
I actually agree. Look what's in the next room over.
So you're going to walk for the next door?
Well, I'm gonna walk in, I'll walk in around it, yeah.
Okay. Everybody walking around?
Yes.
Gonna follow the walls around, keep my distance from.
As
From
you
that
start
orb.
to walk, you hear the rider make a sound, and then slowly lift its spear to point to the corner of the room behind you. But it doesn't say anything else. And
Okay,
you notice where it's pointing is a dark room.
It's awful dark in there.
Archer cannot help but be curious about this. So Archer is gonna walk, see into, I guess?
You're gonna walk in, you said? Alright.
Well, no, just gonna peek. So, see what can see.
Sorry. It looks like some kind of dungeon chamber. You see some torture devices, cages, dead goblins.
So I'm guessing I see the... Sorry, hold on. Hold on. Are the two goblins in there dead or alive?
All you see is dead goblins.
Okay, I don't see. I'm not walking.
I'm gonna follow in behind.
Just stay by the door, Alexander, or Archer.
That door?
Just the door you just came in. That's fine.
Yeah, that far?
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. Just gives me a chance to set up the scene for everybody at the same time. All right. So you walk in, and it is indeed looks like a dungeon holding room, torture devices, and dead goblins, and looks like there's some prisoners in the cages at the end of the room. Alexander, the cages look familiar. And everybody make a presence check.
11.
8.
Good lord, guys.
I rolled a 20.
I have a 20 total.
Okay, Gerhard. You recognize the love of your life in that cage on the right.
Is it actually his love of his life, or was he prescribed a marriage?
You decide.
I kind of thought he was prescribed a marriage.
And
by my writer,
Swaru,
and
Was
that's
prescribed,
cool.
but that's from
you recognize
Ayana's perspective.
everybody. Except for the one on the left. You don't
Ayana?
recognize her.
Well,
Is that
correction.
you?
My name, as my real name would
Oh
be
yeah. I
Syndra
gotta look that
Taylor.
up.
Syndra. Just use
Syndra,
Syndra.
right? Yeah. Syndra? Is that you?
Syndra does not respond. You hear a female voice from the opposite side of the room saying, "They won't answer you."
Gerhard will go out there and, try to see if that is in fact who that is.
I'm gonna follow in.
Okay.
Bloody hell. It is you.
She appears to be standing up and just eyes closed and not moving otherwise, just breathing and standing and breathing, almost like she's sleeping standing up.
So this is what happened. You were captured this whole time. That makes much more sense than the rumors I heard. And wait. Does he know this person?
I don't know. I don't think. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's right.
Isosceles? What are you doing here? Can you hear me? He bangs on his cage with a sword. Can you hear me? Ding, ding, ding.
The woman in a rather annoyed voice to your left says, "I told you, they can't hear you."
None of them. Why? What is wrong with them?
She grabs the cage with two of her hands, steps forward as much as she can.
It's two of four hands or something.
She says, "Release me, and I will tell you anything you want to know."
All right. Are you all good with me letting her out?
Hang
I know these people. Most of them.
Hang on.
I know not who she is.
Yeah, we don't know who
That's
these
where I
are.
would step a little closer to the cage as he says that.
But if she knows about these others that I know, I need to know.
But do they know her?
I'll
Well, I
get
don't
into that.
know her, so I don't know.
I'll
don't
get
know.
in. Okay, I shall. Okay, no, I shall. I'll get into that.
I suggest that we free these people. They've done me a favor in the past.
You know these people, Alexander?
I've met them in my travels some time ago. Though the one you referred to, Syndra, was traveling under another name.
What name?
I believe the name was Nayana.
Yes, I remember her. She's the muscle of the group.
You know these people too?
I had a brief meeting with them in Belmouth.
What do you mean muscle? She's a princess.
Princess?
Yeah, I was
Jabra,
betrothed to her.
princess.
And this one here, right, he points to ISO in the cage. This one here, he's one of my errand boys. But he died. But he's here. I saw him. He was dead. I went to his funeral. Fell from the castle, right at the top of the tower, out a window.
And you must have clearly been mistaken.
Clearly. What is going on here?
Let's find out. I go to open the woman, the one to the left cage.
I mean, if you guys don't, Jack Guard's gonna start opening the cage for Syndra and probably ISO. He's gonna start at Syndra's cage though. Try to ease her down or whatever.
Probably not.
And Sora will try to step forward quickly before he does that and address the woman he does not know. And just say, "Woman, tell me your name. And tell me, if we open your cage, is it also safe to open these other cages? This is a room of torture, it seems. There's no traps, are there?"
You can call me the emissary. And we'll tell you no more. There's no traps. Release me.
Release the woman.
Okay, so I'll open the door.
So what? You said you're opening it?
Yeah, open it, yeah.
Alright. She hops down. Magrus has poisoned your friends, she says as she starts dusting herself off as if she was in, somewhere cleaner than she was a minute ago. You will have to revive them. She nods at you, Archer. Venom from the spiders of Venom Spin Crawl.
Ugh! Hate these things.
There'll be
Bad memories, Archer.
You will not speak of it.
They'll be akin to zombies. Simple potion and some time should clear them out of it. Archer, you and Swaru, this is kind of your thing. You know how to get rid of these poisons, magical poisons and stuff, so you feel pretty confident you can bring them back to normal. They don't otherwise look injured.
I asked the emissary, can you explain the dead goblins on the floor?
My friend killed them, trying to rescue me.
Your friends?
Not my friend, but one who I represent.
Can you explain more, please?
She points to the room behind you.
You're friends with a Death Knight!
I am
She
their
said she was an
emissary.
emissary. Makes sense to me. Are you a priest?
I speak for them. That's all.
Sounds like every priest I've met.
Can we maybe put aside the politics for a moment and free these people?
Okay, I open ISO's cage.
Okay. Iso just stands there. Hands by his side, eyes closed. Looks like he's asleep. The emissary speaks up. Just take him by the arm and guide him. He'll walk. They all will.
Oh, right, right. Gerhard opened his cage.
All right.
Let's just lay him on the floor next to the right.
Lay him on the floor. No, he's standing up.
No, I meant like guide him to the wall to the right and just sit him down.
Oh, you're guiding him to the wall to the right. Okay. Wait, to the right?
No, my right. This way.
That is your right. That's where I'm going. That's where I'm going. All right. All right. Iso just stands there, sleepwalks, more or less.
Did I not just sit him down?
Sure.
Okay, and I gonna open this person. I don't know who he is, but this person's cage and their mouth too.
You should be able to move him now.
And Swara walks over to the last remaining cage and opens it up and helps to lead the young man out. Turns back to the emissary and says, poison from the spiders of Venusman Crawl, you say?
She looks at you and nods, and then starts heading for the door.
Hold on. I shout.
Right, she stops and turns around.
We've been told that violence of death have been responsible for, let's say, yeah, okay, no, no, let's say all, bad, I can't say it, all the, destruction, everywhere they go. So I'll ask you this, I step closer to her. Can I trust you?
I serve the Stygilus. That's all she says.
And Swara steps forward and says, you promised that if we set you free, you...
You
What
cut
is that
out.
orb?
You cut off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
couldn't
you
hear
cut
you.
off, yeah.
You promise if we
Oh.
set you free.
That you would answer all of our questions. What is that orb?
She nods and just folds her arms in front of her like she's getting comfortable. Magrus is using it to empower the undead that come through the portal. What it is supposed to do to them, I don't know. What he calls it, I don't know.
Why is it harming us and the Death Knight?
Magrus has many enemies.
That doesn't really answer my question. Why is the orb harming everyone else but powering up the undead?
I don't know. You would have to ask Magrus. I came here to find out. Was captured by those demonic hounds. And then one of the riders came for me. Slaughtered the goblins and tried to destroy the orb, but as you can see is unsuccessful and will be obliterated soon.
Last time I saw one of the death, it looked like that he was on his side.
Magnus is no longer our ally. He's our enemy.
What changed?
Magnus.
In what way?
He tried to play both sides. There's only one side. Our side.
And what side are you on?
The side that would see the portal stay open, but Magnus be destroyed.
Why would anyone want the portal to stay open?
The longer it stays open, the more undead come through.
The undead do not concern us.
But they concern me.
May I go now?
Do as you please, just remember who the ones were that saved you.
As I said, there's our side and then there's everyone else. What side are you on?
Oh, I play a bit of all sides, really.
Then you're on the other side.
Oh, I don't know. Right now I'm on your side.
Oh,
Well-
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Who's the one that's paying for this?
Once I walk out of here, whatever this is between us will be done.
Fine by me, but if we do encounter each other again, remember that you owe us a favor.
Oh, I don't think so. You've been needing one more favor from me.
And what exactly is that?
You going to march right out the front door? Is that how you plan to leave?
Well, the back door is kinda blocked. We kinda took care of that weeks ago, perhaps months.
Been a while. Not to mention, we still gotta find out what he's doing here.
She smiles. There's more than two ways in and out of this place. You can come with me when I'm ready. Or you can stay here and take your chances through the front door again. Which, judging from all the noise you made, I think they'll know where you're at now.
You know what? I think I'll take you up on your offer. As long as you
what's
give
that?
us time to recover these people.
Whatever we need to bring them with us.
I'll need a brief conversation. And then I'll take you to the other exit.
Yeah, except for it's just one more problem though. Your little friend there is trapped.
As I said, he will be obliterated. Eventually.
You're not gonna rescue him? Since you're the one that speaks for them, you should, you know, make sure he stays alive. Or dead.
We have greater concerns. Whatever it does, we'll manage. We'll find a way to fight it. And if not, we know where to come to destroy it.
So you really don't care about the rise of death at all, do you? You just care about your own goals.
Yes. As I told you. It's only us.
How ironic.
Anything else?
Suggest... No, I suggest we let you have your conversation. And once we're ready, we'll follow you out.
She looks to Ansaru, Gerhard, Archer, see if anybody else has any questions. And then she's going to turn and walk out the door into the next room.
You all seem to know something about this poison. Can you help them, these people?
I know nothing about poison, but my friend Archer...
These
has
two seem to know
certain
what it was
qualities.
called. Something about spiders.
I'll have to get him back to base before I can help him.
Just out of character, would we be carrying anything that we could use to concoct
Not for
remedies or
this.
antidotes with?
No,
No,
this would
okay.
be a little in-depth.
Oh, okay. She did say it was a simple potion, though.
Yeah, it is simple for you to craft. You just don't have all your resources here.
Okay.
Alright, so we just gotta escort them out of here and find a place where you have your resources, and then we'll do the whole curing thing.
Basically. Well, real quick. Anyone else wanna play that little bit more now?
Well, unless you can get close, we're pretty much not gonna do anything about it.
I mean, we can try shoot with your bow and arrow.
I'm of no
You,
mind.
you heard what
assist
the
this
woman said. The woman said that the Death Knight was being obliterated. Now I'm but a mere human, so I do not dare try and get myself killed.
Who is this human? What's a death knight?
Yeah, what is a Death Knight? You're gonna get sued by Blizzard.
Let's see by Dungeons and Dragons.
It's a warrior of death.
Does D&D call it a Death Knight too, really?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's TSR days, man. Gary Gygax.
Oh.
There's a Hell Knight and Death Knight. All
Oh.
kinds of stuff like that.
Right, fine, warrior of death. There you go. Have it now.
Yes.
Something about the stickiest, Stigulus? I don't remember. Something like that.
Also,
Prestigious.
actually, wait. CM, can I attempt to eavesdrop on her conversation?
Can you... Oh, you can go in there, sure. Are you guys
Like, can I
done in here?
eavesdrop?
You can go in there and try.
Is that a yes?
Well, you can go in there and try, yes. I don't know.
I will.
From in here, no, you can't, if that's your question.
Fine, I will attempt to eavesdrop in here then.
Okay. They're quietly whispering. Well, she's quietly whispering. You don't hear it saying anything.
Can I hear what she's saying?
No, just hushed whispering. She's deliberately talking quietly. All right, you guys moving out of here?
Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna hear that. Alright. No one.
Yep. Heading out.
All right, heading out. You stay in there while you're trying to listen. This is all happening at once.
Alright.
Who are you taking with you, Alexander? Which of the prisoners are you taking with you?
I'll be taking Yofir.
Okay. You and Swaru, who are you going to take?
Oh, he's already taking Niana.
Oh yeah, he's taking it on it, but he says, "Oh, if you wouldn't mind getting that one there," he points at ISO. He's very good errand boy of mine, but yeah, Thought he died. Lots of questions.
Swirl will grab hold of Iso's arm and start leading him towards the door.
Okay. They all just walk, no problems. They just follow wherever you lead them.
Hey, what about that rough chap in the back? What do we do with him?
Oh, you know, I didn't realize he had So if the other person is up front, then Swirl would just sheath his sword. Does he have his sword out still?
Yeah, not
Sheath
anymore
his
though.
sword, douse his
Alright.
torch, grab both, one hand on each arm, and lead them both out.
Okay. She finishes her conversation. Just walks back through the middle of the room. Oops, I know I walked around the corner, but she actually stops here at the door. Beckons you towards her.
Okay, our character, it is really annoying that I can't use magic. And I know I can't before you say anything, but still.
Next. Nope. Focus. Story. Come on. Everybody moving towards her, or what's the deal?
I'm going towards her.
Alexander, you and bringing Jothier, I assume?
Yes. I'm just following the group.
Okay. Oops.
Hands off his claim horse.
Yay. Extra silver richer now. You can start to hear the goblins in the room next to you, which you haven't gone into yet, to get excited. There's screaming and hollering, but they will not come in this room. They're even throwing food scraps and debris, trash at you, but doesn't really even make it across the room. The emissary motions to her right, the way you came in. This way. She walks over, picks up the axe from the dead goblin, and drives it into the head of the demon hound. Then walks through the door. And beckons for you guys to follow her. And she just continues. Does someone have a torch?
I got one. As I pull
Light
my
it,
axe.
please.
I mean, mace.
She nods. Then steps to the side and waves you through.
Okay, so Archer is trying to cautiously walk in.
Alright. Oh man, did I? Yeah, I did. Okay, we're good. Good still. Alright, and then in the very next room, you can start to see a faint blue glow. She again stops at the door and ushers you past her.
What the hell is that?
The way out. She
And how's
motions
she-
everyone to go past her.
And how'd you know it was here?
Do you think I was dumb enough to walk into the front door?
He doesn't say anything, just moves past.
Archer, I suggest it's best not to question the emissary of the Stitulus too much.
Walking through Alexander and Swaru.
And Swara looks at the woman and just asks her, "Where does it lead?"
It's your only way out. You'll find out.
Alright, well, I want to get past Archer. Just go into the whatever
You're
it
not
is.
even past me.
Is that a
You
magic
can-
portal?
You can start to hear the front doors creaking open. It just starts to echo through, so
I've heard of such things, but never seen one.
Now Alexander just doesn't care and walks right on in.
Is it? Do you just walk in?
Alexander walks in and disappears.
It works. We can get out.
That man never changes.
Gerhard disappears. And Swaru? What are you doing with your two people? Archer?
Does the
you
portal look
walking
like it's
through?
closing at all?
No, the portal looks just the same way it did when you first saw it. It's not any bigger, not any smaller, no different colors, it's just there.
I told the emissary this better not be a trap.
It'll be too late if it is anyway, she says with a wicked smile. And if it is a trap, your friends need your help. So hurry along, please. She makes a shooing motion to push you through the portal. Alright, Archer disappears. And Swaru, it's you and your two people left here. What are you doing?
I guide the two people to the portal, and I gently press their backs, hands on their backs, press them to walk through the portal, and I remain behind for a moment.
Okay. Alright.
I look at the woman and say, "Servant of the Stygius, I'd finish you off here if it weren't for your help. But if this is a trap, my order will come for you." And then I step through the portal.